Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you've not subscribed, kindly do so. Today we are going to be continuing from our previous video. So as you can see, my eyebrows are done. So if you've not watched the other video, kindly do so that you can join in with the rest of us. So today we are going to be doing our eyeshadow. That is when my eyebrows are done. And I'm going to also be doing a natural look and a defined look on the other side. So yeah, let's start.
So guys, I'm using my concealer to set my eyelid for my eyeshadow, and also the reason as to why I told you last time, do not be afraid to blend your excess concealer down to your eyelid, is because we are going to be setting also. And the reason as why it's important to set your eyelids for your eyeshadow, it's because it helps the eyeshadow not to crease or to get oily during the whole day. So after setting your eyeshadow, your eyelids with your concealer or your foundation, but I'll advise if you used a concealer, it's way better than a foundation. So set using a concealer, and then you can use a compact powder to set now the concealer on top. Also, when you're doing a natural look, you don't have to set your eyelids with a concealer or a foundation. You can just use a compact powder and you'll be good to go. This is because you don't need too much eyeshadows. So yeah, I tried using a brush, but I didn't like it, so I decided to use a blender. And just like I told you last time, you can use a blender, your finger, or a brush, whichever you choose and whichever feels easier for you. So yeah. Now I'm going in using my powder to set the concealer and to make everything flawless and ready for my eyeshadow. Now this is the side that I'll be doing a defined eyeshadow, so I'll be using more colors than the natural eyeshadow, the natural look. So right now I'm going in with a powder on my natural side, which needs less setting and less effort, just like I told you last time. So make sure you blend in the powder very nicely all the way to the upper lid and the lower lid, and also the crease. We are going to be starting with our natural look because it's the easiest. Let's start with it and get over and done with. So those are the colors that I'll be using. The first one and the one that will go on to my outer eye is a greenish, goldish color, and then on the center part I'm going to be using a gold color. Now there, that is the crease. So when doing your eyeshadow, you start with the crease. Immediately you take the eyeshadow from the palette, you go to the crease, and then using don't rub it completely, just tap and slightly using circular motions, feel the outer eye and the inner corners of the eye. So you move the eyeshadow slowly. Now, since this is a natural look, you don't have too much to do, and you don't have to pay like too much attention or too much details. So you just make sure that you blend in the eyeshadow correctly and nicely. So that's just it, guys. You start with the outer corner going inwards, and then you finish with the crease part. Now, going into the crease part, you change your brushes because you don't want to blend too much of the crease part. So you just use a less flat brush, not completely flat, but not fluffy also. And then where they both meet, make sure that they blend in rightly. You don't want it to leave like a straight line or something. So make sure you blend both colors correctly. And then with the outer part, since I'm going to be using a greenish color, and then to give it a little bit of smoky eye, I'm adding the green on the crease part, and then I'll be using that dark bluish color on the lower part of the eyelid. So guys, when it comes to this part, you only need to tap, so because you don't need like a lot of color, or you don't need it to disappear. So you want it a little bit more brighter, so you just tap, and then I'm going in with the color that I had used on my crease, which is the gold color, and blending it into the darker color to give it a more natural transition. So we are going on our more defined look. Since we are done with our natural look, it was just that simple, guys. No complications. And as I told you, we are going to be doing very simple looks and very nice ones. Looks that you can do day to day and not hard to accomplish, and also looking cute. So those are the colors that I'm going to be using on our defined eye look. So compared to the natural eye look, we are going to be using more colors. So also the blending and the transitioning matters a lot. So we start again with the crease. So starting with the crease, I'm going to be using a less greener color, because I'm going to be using green and gold. So I'm going in with a less greener color, like a loose, not a bright green. I don't know how to call that color. It's just not green and not light green and not dark green. So I'm going in at the crease part and using circular motions and tapping. I go from outwards to inwards using the same circular motion very slowly. Make sure it's well blended in, and as you can see, I'm starting outwards and then going inwards. Also guys, let me give you a tip. So one tip is to make sure that you don't get like cakey eyeshadows. Don't overblend, and also make sure you are using not a lot of product but not less also, and then you're blending. Let it be not too much and not too little, and also depending on the kind of color you want to do, make sure, and how much you want it to pop. Make sure you don't overblend. Also guys, I remember I was telling you about a movie I was watching on Netflix. It's called Glow Up. So it's a makeup series, and what they say is always make sure you know when to stop. So even in blending, always make sure you know when to stop. So that is also a tip I've learned by watching that movie. So if you've not watched it, you can do so. It's on Netflix. I don't know if it's on Showmax. I don't know. You can find it on Netflix though. You will learn a lot actually. There's so much tips I've learned by watching that series. So yeah, you can try it out. So now I'm going in with a darker green color, and then I'm applying on my upper lid. So that part of the upper lid is also called the brow bone. So yeah, so you have the lid, which is the lower lid, and then the crease, which is the center between the eyelid, and then the upper lid is called the brow bone. So from the top you have the brow bone, the crease, and then the eyelid. So when applying eyeshadow, you start with the crease, going all the way to the brow bone, and then bringing it a little bit to the lower lid to make sure that it gives you that the blending between the two colors. And then since I'm using another color to give it a smoky eye, I will only be using it on the lower lid, so I'm not going all the way to the upper lid because the green have to be seen also. So as you can see, I'm using the smoky color on my lower lid and a little bit on the crease side. So I'm starting from the edge, bringing it inside, and then because I need to make sure that you leave space, that you leave much space for the crease area to apply the cut crease. Now we are going to the cut crease, and we are going to set the cut crease using our concealer. So guys, another tip, when you're setting your cut crease using your concealer, don't use too much concealer so that it doesn't become oily also. You just need just enough concealer, and then after applying a little bit using the concealer wand, you can find a brush, like the brush that you use to clean your eyebrows. It will be easier for you to use a brush to spread the concealer for the crease. Another tip, like I've just done, I learned this from Wabosha. as always, the Slay Squad. So when you do a cut crease, you leave a space on the crease area, which is between the eyelid and the crease. And then when you've applied your eyeshadow, it tends to move like around the crease, so you find like there's a gap between, there's a space that is not filled at the center, because when you closed your eyes or you looked upwards, it kind of moved. So to make sure that it doesn't move, after applying the concealer, you can look down and then you can tilt your head down and then look upwards, so the concealer will create a line on the crease area where you're supposed to reach your concealer. And as you can see, I've gone filling in all the way to the top or to the crease area so that you can fill the whole crease part. And then I'm blending in the center part so that it doesn't leave like a space between. So now for this part, after you're done filling in, or rather setting your concealer for your eyeshadow, for your crease part, you don't use powder to set it. So you just go in with your eyeshadow. And since I'm using my gold eyeshadow, I'll use it by tapping. So you don't rub or blend the crease area. You just take your shadow and you tap it on the concealer. So I'm just tapping and then making sure that it gets to the edge rightly, and using a very good amount of concealer, of eyeshadow. Usikue stingy na eyeshadow, haitaisha. Na ikiisha tunanunua ingine. So anyway, yeah, it's very easy because like now I'm almost done. So don't be afraid to do makeup or to look good because it's hard. No, it's not hard. And then again, guys, let me remind you, make sure everything that you are doing, you blend it nicely, and also don't overblend. So know when and where to stop. Don't overdo your makeup. That is a tip you have to learn. I don't know, kaushaienda tao and you find people looking funny, and then you imagine, and even if you don't do makeup, you just have that imagination of where the makeup should have gotten. So yeah, always know when to stop when you're doing makeup. On the edge right there, or the center of the eye, I'm going to be using a golden color, and I'm also blending it in to the other color. So these are almost 5 colors I've used, and as you can see, they are all blended in very, very correctly and very neatly. So make sure you don't overblend, and also you don't underblend. And then at the edge there, so that I can eliminate that line, I'm going to be using the gold and the color, the navy blue, a little bit of the navy blue that I had used on the eye for the smoky area, so that they can both blend in together correctly. Also guys, if you've not subscribed to my YouTube channel, kindly do so. You can also share and comment and like. Also tell your friends to join the team and let's learn together. We are just starting, so we have a few more things left to learn, that they can learn. Make sure that you tell them and let them be part of the glam look. We are looking good, cute and gorgeous this year. No excuses for anyone to look funny. So ukipata mtu tao ama ukitembea mahali and they look funny with funny eyeshadows, funny lipsticks, funny eyebrows, tell them to check out my channel. But we don't judge. We don't judge. We don't judge here. We help each other grow. And then I'm going back with a little of the green to make sure that it blends nicely into the other colors that I had applied. Look at that transition, guys. Look at it. It looks cute. It looks absolutely beautiful. And it's not hard. The transition is perfect. So that is what I'm saying, guys. Even with the crease, you don't know where the smoky and the crease part meet. They both blend in very smoothly. So we are done. We are done, guys. We are done. But I'm going in with an eye pencil, and then on the waterline only. Make sure it doesn't run all the way to the lower line. And then let me give you a tip to apply eye pencil on your upper lid, because most people cry. So you just close your eyes like that, and then as you apply using circular motions. So you apply, you take it to the upper lid and then to the lower lid, and it looks great. So that your upper lid can also have that dark, have that dark eye pencil. So on the defined eyeshadow, I'm going in on the lower lid using the same transitioning color I had used, or rather the smoky color I had used on the outer part. I'm using it on the lower eyelid, making sure it blends and meets with at the edge of the eye with the other color, so it doesn't leave like a gap at the center. Just like that. Make sure it blends in to the other color completely. And then at the center there, just like I had done on the upper eye, I'm using a golden color so that it meets and blends with the inner eye, and it gives a whole complete look. So the whole eye looks exactly and completely alike on the top part and on the lower part. The reason I was saying that when you're applying eye pencil, you make sure you apply on the waterline is because you have so that you can have enough space to apply the eyeshadow. And if you would have applied the eye pencil, even, there are some people who apply completely to the lower lid, to the lower part of the eye, I mean. If you had done that, then applying the eyeshadow would have made it way darker, so you will be having a smoky lower lid instead of a more ombre look. And then I'm going in with my eyeliner. So next, guys, we will be doing eyeliner and how to apply or to place your lashes, so don't miss out on that one. Don't miss out on that one. Also guys, another tip I remembered on eyeshadow, there are some people who can't be able to apply eyeshadow when facing straight or direct when you're using a mirror. So a tip you can use is put the mirror downwards and then you like face down. It will give you a more open and wider eyelid space to put or to apply your eyeshadow smoothly, and also you'll be able to know where you're applying and where you're missing. So I'm also applying on the natural eyeshadow, but this one is way easier. You don't really need like the eyeliner because it's supposed to be a natural look, so you don't need the eyeliner, but you can apply it if you know how to, and also be simple on applying the eyeliner. So compared to the other eye, I took it all the way to the inner eye. So with this side, I'm not going to apply the inner part of the eye because it's a natural look. We need it as simple as it can be. So we just take it to the center, just like that. And then I'm going in with mascara and we are done, guys. I don't know if it looks great. Like, I don't know if you think it looks great. Like the way I can see it on the mirror. In the camera, it doesn't look like popping as it is, but trust you me guys, it looks beautiful. It's really cute. Here you go, guys. Our defined eyeshadow, our very, very, very simple defined eyeshadow, and it looks cute. And then our natural eyeshadow. So I went in and did the rest of the makeup. And yeah, that is our final look, guys. They look cute. Look at that eyeshadow. Isn't it popping? Popping, 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 popping. Aww. So guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you've not subscribed, kindly do so, like, comment, and share. Until next time, bye bye.